Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Cricket action keeps coming in thick and fast for Team India. They've wrapped up the ODI series against England as all action now moves to the ODIs against the West Indies. Now, there is no Rohit Sharma there. Jasprit Bumrah and Virat Kohli will be absent from the entire tour, the ODIs and the T20Is as well. What that does though is, given India's massive bench strength, they have so many players who can now rise up and shine. My name is Tanay Tiwari and today we're looking at 5 players who have a chance to shine come this ODI series. Now, Shubman Gill is a surprising name. He did play for India in that 5th test match, but in the white ball format, in internationals, he's not had a lot of experience, especially in ODIs. His last List A game was against Australia in December 2020. Yes, that long back. He's only played 3 ODIs for India, but his form in the white ball format has been good. In the IPL, he was one of the top 5 run scorers, kept giving Gujarat Titans those consistent starts, which means this is an opportunity for Shubman Gill, in the absence of Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul, to prove point up top. Now remember, there is also a T20I series that follows, but if he has to come anywhere close to that T20 World Cup squad, he needs big runs here and needs to make a statement with those knocks. Sanju Samson, a name that drives excitement and exasperation in the same breath. He's been around for so long. He made his international debut in 2015, would have to wait for 6 years to make his ODI debut. Yeah, he made his ODI debut only in 2021 versus Sri Lanka. That one ODI, nothing post that. But such is his talent, such is his ability that you always want to see more and more of Sanju Samson. And he's been in good form, 450 plus runs for the Rajasthan Royals, leading them to the finals of IPL 2022. Then got called up to India's T20I squad against Ireland, stitched a 176-run stand alongside Deepak Hooda, the highest for India in T20Is. Come this West Indies series, he is behind Ishan Kishan in that pecking order for a wicketkeeper. But in that middle order, he can be a big asset for Team India. And if he has to be a regular member for the Men in Blue, this is where he has to start scoring those runs in heaps and stake claim for a spot in that T20 World Cup squad. This ODI series against the West Indies becomes very crucial for Sanju Samson. Ruturaj Gaikwad in ODIs. Now that statement may confuse you because he is yet to make his ODI debut for India, but has been travelling with India's ODI squad for a while now. The Sri Lanka series last year, the South Africa series after that, then the West Indies series earlier this year. So he's been around the setup but hasn't really broken through. Vijay Hazare Trophy last season was the best for him, an average of 150 plus for Ruturaj Gaikwad. But those performances never really replicated themselves in the IPL, where he had a very poor start. He of course stabilized towards the end of the season, 300 plus runs for the Chennai Super Kings, but then come the South Africa series at home, and the average was less than 20. Now, Ruturaj Gaikwad has big shoes to fill here. There's no Rohit Sharma, there is no KL Rahul, and he has limited opportunities because he's not been picked for the T20I side that will play against the West Indies, which means these 3 ODIs is all that Ruturaj Gaikwad has to shine and show that he belongs at this level for Team India. Deepak Hooda, a name that has been around for a very long time. His first maiden call-up was in 2017. Then he had to wait his time. 5 years for another call-up to Team India. He did play the ODIs against the West Indies earlier this year at home, and he was pretty good. But his real form has been seen in the T20s. Be it the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, be it the IPL where he scored 450 plus runs for the Lucknow Super Giants. Then that Ireland series, 47 not out in the first game. Then that scintillating century in the second one. Even against England, in that first T20I, he was very good. One good aspect about Deepak Hooda that perhaps edges him ahead of others in that pecking order is the fact that he's a good asset with the ball as well. In these ODIs is an opportunity for Deepak Hooda to prove himself not only as a batter but also, if given an opportunity, with the ball as well, because those skills may come in handy come the T20 World Cup in Australia. All eyes are there and this is the time Deepak Hooda must shine. Some graphs within Indian cricket spike. Then there are others with a steady growth. Arshdeep's is the second case. He's been growing steadily as a bowler, and this IPL was a great testament to that. Not a lot of wickets to write home about, but the way he bowled, where he bowled during a game, and how effective he was in those phases. Bowl him in the power play, he's effective. Bowl him in the middle overs, he's effective. At the death, he can bowl Yorkers at will, which means he earned an automatic selection to India's squad against England and then against the West Indies as well in both ODIs and T20Is. He did make his debut for India but then had to make way for Jasprit Bumrah. But he's been very, very impressive with the ball every time he's got an opportunity. This time, he will get an opportunity against the West Indies again. And another thing that goes in Arshdeep's favours more than others is the fact that he's a left-arm pacer. That lends variety to the pace attack, and when you can bowl like Arshdeep bowls, you are a huge asset. This is the time Arshdeep Singh has to make a claim to that T20 World Cup squad. This is the time he has to perform. Now, if you look at India's squad for the 3 ODIs against the West Indies, you will realize there are so many names who need an opportunity to shine. But we could only make a list of 5 players. Would your list look different for the players who have a chance to shine in these ODIs? Make sure you send them across. We're across all social media platforms and we'll be waiting to hear from you.